Good evening. This is Million New Golf. I'll be your host, along with Shawn Clement.
Co-host.
What's up? Sorry for the formal introduction. We are doing some putting today.
Yeah.
For many reasons, a plethora of reasons. One being, this is probably how you're going to initially get introduced to the game, right?
Yeah.
You're going to go mini putting or something with your friends.
That's it.
So we're going to give you a little bit of a way to work on your putting, maybe in your basement this winter, or on a putting green by your house, or maybe just to get money so that when you go mini putting next time with your friends, you can school them.
That's exactly. We got some nice ammo for you right here to help you look like a genius next time you go out to that mini putt session with your buddies or your girlfriends. So I'm going to start with technique, and then Connor here is going to jump in with touch, how to get the right touch.
Yep.
Okay?
Let's do it.
So if we look at technique itself, we're talking about when we bend from the hips. Now the hips are just below your butt. So when you bend from the hips, your butt is going to feel like it's in the next county behind you, but don't worry, you don't look silly. This is as bad as you're going to look, okay? So you do this so your arms and putter can swing freely in front of your body right here. So you notice if I swing back and through, the same way we did in the last show with that ball and a string, I am feeling that my arm putter unit is together and swinging freely from my shoulders around my center point. So you notice how the putter wants to find the same place every time. So if I let it hang there, that's where basically it wants to hang. So if I want to dock myself with a golf ball, well, I just need to play a ball in front of that. Notice how I brought myself to the ball. So often we see somebody doing a practice swing here and then doing this to get to the golf ball. Well, that's the same as when you go bowling and you do a practice swing for your bowling swing right here, and you want to go to the center of the bowling alley, and then you reach out to the center of the bowling alley and try to release your bowling ball from there. It just doesn't work. So you've got to move the whole structure over from this setup. So we got a setup here where the putter is tracking its own thing. Then you bring that machine in there. So all we have to do now, and here's a really easy acid test for your alignment, hover the putter above the ball, swing it back and through above the ball and see the blur of it, and see if that blur matches up with the direction you want to go. Well, right now that feels like I'm going way too far left of the hole. That feels like it's going way too far right of the hole. And that feels, because it's a left edge putt, that feels pretty good. So now I'm going to see that ball roll in the left edge, and I'm going to let gravity roll that ball in that direction. And that touch was pretty good there, Connor.
That was really good. Okay, so Shawn, if you wouldn't mind just hanging out here.
Yep.
Okay, Shawn's going to be my model.
Right.
Okay, so the technique that Shawn's talked to you guys about will help you hit the ball solid when you're putting, which is an essential part, especially when you get outside, like when you have long putts. Hitting the ball solid gets the ball to roll on top of the grass, which helps you get it close to the hole. So instead of doing it in 3 putts, you can do it in 2 putts, which will take your score and take it way down, okay?
That's it.
But just because you have a great technique doesn't mean you're going to be a good putter. One of the skills of being a good putter, along with being able to read a green, is that you need to have good touch. And the only way to acquire good touch is to do something like this. So, you know, me and Shawn have admitted that we're golf drug dealers, and the driving range or the putting green can be the gateway.
The putting edge.
Right, for your friends to get them into the game. So if you're taking your wife or your young son or daughter out to the golf course for the first time, or you're just going to putt with your buddies, it's a really easy way to get people to try the game. And if they like putting, maybe they'll like it enough to try going to the driving range, and then boom, you hook them, and you got somebody to play golf with for the rest of your life. So I'm going to pretend Shawn's a buddy of mine and we're out putting, and I know I'm going to pretend I'm the guy who knows everything, and Shawn's the new golfer. Okay? So instead of me harping on him on how to improve at putting, it's very simple. I'm just going to ask Shawn to try and hit the first putt that barely gets to the hole.
Barely gets to the hole.
Yeah, so see if you can just barely get it to the hole.
Okay, so I got
and it's okay if it doesn't get there.
Technique. Okay, so barely get to the hole.
Okay, money.
Okay.
Now I want you to hit one that if it does go in, it like smashes the back of the cup, jumps up, and then falls in.
Okay, so now I'm going to see it roll over the front of the hole and hit the back of the hole.
Okay, perfect. Now, Whatever the difference is between the two, try and split the difference and see if you can get the ball to finish somewhere in the middle.
Okay. Kind of like Goldilocks.
That's it. Perfect. Okay, so
Hey, that's money, man. Look at that.
you know, just like we talked about in previous shows, Shawn now has evidence that, hey, look, he does actually have good touch. He was able to leave the ball short. He was able to hit it long, and he was able to hit it in the middle. And we've just created an environment where if you're out with your friends, you know, you're proving to them that this is a skill that they can acquire.
That's it.
That's going to give them some evidence, which is going to give them some confidence, which is going to give them a chance to want to come back with you next time and do it.
Because
right?
you're a gravity genius. And this technique here is basically showing you how to use momentum and gravity. It's just like tossing a ball.
Boom.
Right
All
on,
right,
guys.
So you know where to find us online. Thanks for watching.